Hello, everyone.
Today's chess puzzle.
We've got a board position here
It's
that looks deceptively quiet. But trust me, there's a storm brewing.
Yeah.
White. Bishop on c4.
Queen.
Queen on f4.
That's a bit unusual, isn't it?
That's a bit unusual, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bishop on c3. Pawn on b2, g2 and h2.
Rook on a1 and f1.
Rook on a1 and f1, and the king tucked away on g1.
Okay.
Black. Queen on d8. Rook on f8.
King on g8.
King on g8.
Pawns on a7, b7, c7.
Pawns on a7,
f7, g7.
b7, c7, f7, g7,
b6.
b6 and h6.
Knight.
A knight on c5 and a rook on e2.
What's
Gotcha.
fascinating here is
Let's
that
unpack this.
at first glance, black seems to have a solid defensive structure around their king. But look closer.
There's pawns.
Those pawns might actually be a weakness.
They're hemming the black king in.
They're hemming them.
limiting its escape squares.
Exactly.
And white's queen on f4, that's the key piece. It's almost like it's eyeing a target ready to pounce. What could white do to exploit this unusual setup?
This is where things get really interesting.
White needs to find a way to break through black's defenses
Remember,
and create a direct attack on the king.
in chess, it's not just about material advantage.
It's
about creating threats that your opponent can't ignore.
I think I see it now.
All right.
The answer is white. Bishop c4 to f7.
Ah, the classic sacrifice.
This forces the black king to move to h7.
Black. King g8 to h7.
Now white. Queen f4 to f5.
Attacking the black king directly and forcing it to h8.
Black. King h7 to h8.
Now white really turns up the heat.
Bishop c3 to g7.
Another sacrifice. Black's king is forced to take the bishop landing on g7.
Black. King h8 takes g7. And now white delivers the final blow. Queen f5 to g6 check.
The black king has no choice but to move back to h8.
Black. King g7 to h8.
And with that,
white delivers checkmate with queen g6 to h6. Game over.
what a beautiful example of how a well-calculated sacrifice can completely dismantle an opponent's position, even one that seems secure at first.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.